Did you hear that someone gave birth on Twitch?
Dude, wait, okay, wait. I looked into this. This is my thing is I don't understand why everyone's upset about this. That seems fine. It's not like she was like showing her body or that would have been not allowed on Twitch.
I don't think there's anything wrong with specifically like that person. It was just like the side of her or something. Like you don't actually see anything graphic.
Yeah, because like there are already rules on Twitch about that. Like you can't show your naked undercarriage. They don't allow that.
I know some people were saying that it feels a little bit like double standards a little bit in terms of like VTubers not being able to like show their hips and stuff. I know, but that's in the rules.
But she didn't show her hips. That's what's confusing to me is like if she'd been naked for any of this or like showing parts of the body that VTubers can't show, I'd totally get it. But there's nothing sexual about this. She didn't show any part of her body. I don't know. The way that I feel is like this is a part of life that's like quite lonely and scary. And I think it's kind of cool that she was like, I'm not going to be driven into the shadows. I want to share this with my community. They want to be there for me through it. This is like a scary thing that I'm getting through. I think it's kind of sweet. I don't really understand why everyone's so upset.
But I guess like the question is like, what if there's any kind of health complications? It's like you can't drink to an excess. You can't do anything on stream that would like put you in harm's way. And giving birth technically is putting you into like a situation where you could risk your life, right?
Well,
I guess
I mean,
in
that's
that
a lot
sense,
of things. Like people do all kinds of things that could risk their lives on stream. And like, yeah, sometimes there are tragedies and that's awful. But like people do crazy snowboard tricks on stream and people die doing that stuff all the time. I just don't really see it. And people are like, it's boundary crossing and exposing what should be private. And it's like, should be private
I don't
for
think
whom,
that's...
right? Whose boundaries? Because clearly not hers. Like she was comfortable with it and like should be private according to you. That's not your baby. That's not your womb. That's not your body. You know, I don't know. I just don't think that's a decision we get to make for other people. For me, that should be a private moment. But like, I think it's pretty messed up to be like, that should be private. Get back inside, woman.
Yeah.
Don't let people see that. You're disgusting. That's supposed to be private. And it's like, I don't know. What do you mean that's supposed to be private?
From what I
saw... Some could say kids are watching, but again, there's no body, right? Like, first of all, Twitch already has age rules, but I think that if you're 18 or older, you should, like, again, it's not like you were watching her body giving birth. Like, you're watching her with her friends and her midwife talking about it, getting through labor, being upset. I don't know. I was 13 when I was in the room when my cousin gave birth. I just don't think that that's like, oh no, the children. So what?
Like the main issues I saw people have with it, like, let me just make this clear. I have no issues with this. The first thing that I saw on Twitter, I was like, that's crazy. Giving birth on Twitch on a stream is crazy. I don't think that it's a negative thing.
I would 100% say that, yeah.
But like,
if someone was like, I think I'm gonna give birth on stream, I would be like, that's crazy, you're crazy. But like, I don't have a problem with it. It's not a moral issue.
Yeah, I saw that people had complaints about, like, I didn't see anything about like, oh, this should be a private thing and they should keep it in their own house. I think that's like too much because it's like their life. I think it's more so people saying like, people are just upset about things that Twitch don't allow on the platform, and then they're saying like, oh well, this woman can give birth on the platform but I can't show my hips, and like that's what the thing is, right? And there are rules against it. I don't think they're saying that like, oh, this is breaking rules, but I think they're more just like kind of crazy. I don't know if they're necessarily comparable, but I can understand like, especially where VTubers come from.
I don't understand the parallel at all, you know?
I think a lot of it just comes from like VTubers and like, yeah, just VTubers in general being treated differently because it's art and models instead of a real person. I don't think they should be like using this specific woman as their fuel to the fire, because I feel like they should use a more direct comparison. I know a lot of people have talked about other streamers on the platform like who aren't VTubers doing the same kind of things and then not getting banned.
Like I would focus on things that I think are more direct comparisons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I would focus on like, look at the girl who like showed her butt jiggling as she was like playing that one game, right? Like that to me feels like something VTubers aren't allowed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas I feel like if a VTuber was like, I'm giving birth right now, but I'm also like in my model, and you were like watching the model while she was giving birth, I don't think that that would be. Also, I think it's really weird that people are like, imagine if the baby came out and it was sponsored, and it's like, yeah, but that didn't happen. Like I can imagine anything I want. Like I don't know, man.
Some people are saying that like, oh, the baby's like face is being, or I don't know if the baby's face was being shown though. Like some people are saying like, oh, the baby didn't sign up to be part of it, but it's also like babies all look like little deformed creatures when they come out of a body. Like their baby's gonna look different in like a week.
This I basically agree with, but like we have an entire type of content that is like mommy blogging and showing people's kids. And like, I don't know, that's like, I feel like like that ship has sailed. Like, I don't think that's good. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't advise anyone to do it. But personally, as myself, I would feel much more uncomfortable being shown as like a child, having my childhood be televised
versus like
than
a
having
baby.
my birth be televised. People watched my birth anyway. You know, if you were born in a hospital, your birth was already watched by a lot of people you didn't consent to watch your birth. They can even film it and show it to students. Like, I don't know, man.
Also,
I don't really care if people see me as a baby. I do care if people see me as a kid and know all the embarrassing stories of me as a kid, which is kind of part of what we expect for content creators with children, especially women, and I think that's kind of messed up. And a lot of people make a lot of money off of their kids in this way, and that I have much more of a problem with. To be clear, I think that this is the most convincing argument against it. I just think that, like, if you don't have a problem with every mommy blog on the internet, why do you have a problem with this? I don't know, man.
Agree. Oh, sorry, just reiterating my point. Like, again, babies are like grape, like little raisins, okay? No baby when born is like the cute little baby that you see. Like, babies are all just freakish little creatures, but then eventually they grow up and they look different. So like, even if you see the baby, you're not gonna be like, yeah, I recognize that baby. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see a baby that's like just came out of a human and be like, and then see it next week and be like, that's the same baby. No, they're gonna look different.
Dude, I'm fascinated by the chat that's just like, imagine if your high school friends saw you being born. And it's like, okay, a video of me being born shown to my high school friends. Why would I care? Like, okay, I'm imagining it. I don't care. Should I care about that? Bro, you can show anyone you want a video of my birth.
It's
I
just
genuinely don't care.
Not like an ethical issue. Like, you know when friends used to come over and your parents would show baby pictures of you to them? It's like, it's weird and embarrassing, and it makes me want to like cringe and like crawl into a hole and die. But like, it's not like really an ethical boundary that they're crossing.
For the people who are saying like, yeah, but they would see your mom, the woman that we're talking about did not show any of her body.
She was like fully clothed.
I don't know why we have to keep saying this. She wasn't naked. Also, okay, so I feel like so many people are telling on themselves because so much of the arguments that, because I looked into this pretty hard. I was like, why do people have a problem with this? Like, is there something I'm missing? So many of the arguments against this are like, this could be fetish content. And it's just like, there's no way that this is fetish content. If you think this is fetish content, that is a you issue.
I actually think it's really like, I've seen some
you problem
on like TikTok or like other video platforms. It's actually really nice to see like what labor is actually like, and the fact that it's not immediately like, oh my gosh, water broke, boom, baby out, right? It's like contractions, and you're just like, a lot of labor is just hours of the birthing parent just walking around and trying to make sure that like the baby actually starts being like, yeah, I want to leave this body. Like, a lot of it is just like emotionally
it's just,
supporting
like, time in so much pain with your friends, and like seeing that be like not something that needs to be private or treated like it's disgusting.
It's actually quite nice.
It was kind of cool and empowering. And like, okay, I don't know. For me, my experience of this content before this, it wasn't live streamed, but when my sister was getting to the point where she was gonna give birth to her son, who was her first baby, she was really scared, as one is, about something that is life-threatening and, you know, dangerous, scary, extremely painful. You know, you could lose the baby. There's so much that can go wrong, and it can be so scary. And like, she watched all of these YouTube videos where a girl would be like, okay, I'm going into labor, wish me luck. And then like every hour, the girl would like, okay, hi again. This is me at this much time. I'm in so much pain. My husband just got me ice. My friends are holding my hands, and I'm crying and I can't stop crying. And then like in an hour, she would check back in. And this was like really sweet and helpful to her. And it made her feel way more comfortable, because they're just like, there are a lot of resources, but they're all extremely medical and dense and like not very human. And it's hard to picture yourself there. Whereas when you watch this stuff, it's easier to picture yourself. So when I saw this woman streaming, again, it's not like she's filming a baby coming out of her, right? It's like, you can't see anything. She's fully clothed. But like the process of hanging out with her friends and being scared and in pain and being okay, I just saw something that's like, this would probably have helped my sister. She would have felt less scared if she saw this, you know?
Yeah, I agree.